Oh yeah, she went crazy over the kiddie pool.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
So
she was so happy for like 30 minutes solid. She was just like jumping up and down like.
that
Dinosaur
was more than 30 minutes. I hate to tell you this. That was more.
So cute.
Yeah. She was jumping up and down and singing. I bought an inflatable kiddie pool and inflated it, and then we filled it up with water in the backyard. We rented a temporary apartment through Airbnb,
Like
which
I
was
said,
great.
She's just so happy, like compared to like other kids on the beach. Like she was just like
That's right.
having so much fun.
Well, no, I have to say this. She's the happiest kid I've ever interacted with in any form. And you had the contrast because there were other kids around a lot of the time. Like we go to the park, we go to the beach. We went to the beach almost every day. Not absolutely every day, but we went swimming in the ocean almost every day with her. And, there were no other kids remotely as happy. And I think like other parents at the beach might just think like my daughter was happy for a couple minutes. Like, if you just see a kid for a couple minutes and she's happy, like, oh, okay, that's that. No, it was like
all day.
12 hours solid. She would be that happy. And, we switched between different activities. I mean, some activities you're just lying down on the bed. Well, we did play video games with her, or we're sitting and watching TV. Sometimes she's literally jumping up and down, on a trampoline. She liked trampolines a lot. Went out to use a trampoline pretty often. Or jumping up and down on the bed, where she's happy and singing. And while we were walking, I carried her on my neck pretty much everywhere. So she'd be singing and making up songs.
You like purple?
Yes. But first, we are going to make the bracelet, and then we are going to put on beads on it. Okay.
Okay.
Did you take some beads like this?
Yeah, this looks like one I made a long time ago. It says peace. Peace.
I love you. You were beautiful, you. I love you.
I've got an idea. Waterfall, waterfall, I love you. Even though you don't have any apple juice. Remember when you first saw the waterfall, you asked if it was made of apple juice. And I said, no, there's no apple juice in the waterfall. Remember?
Yeah, but it says apple juice. Everybody could drink some.
That's right.
Every time that she was dropped off with us, she asked if we had another present for her. We got her a ton of these Peppa Pig toys.
But this drawing, which, is impossible to interpret, she absolutely insisted. This was only a couple days after we got there. We had a couple great days together. We went there a couple great days. And she insisted that this depicts a broken heart. So, and she was so passionate at the time she made this that she, insisted that her grandmother write the interpretation on it in pencil. So that's her grandmother's handwriting. Her grandmother wrote, Sasha is thinking about seeing Isel and Melissa again soon. Sasha is not my daughter's name, but for some reason my ex-wife refers to my daughter as Sasha. I don't know why. I have my own nicknames for her, but they're related to her actual name in some way. Yeah. Anyway, we're not Russian. So obviously you can't. The picture itself is impossible to interpret otherwise. But that was interesting, and my daughter, presented that to us and explained to us that it's had this emotional significance. That she was really crying because I assume her grandmother sat down and explained to her that we were only there for a few days, and then we'd be going back to China.
Right. And then a few days later, we got this other picture too.
Yeah, right. So this was originally interpreted to me as depicting the airplane that was going to take us away. Yeah. And so I think it's looking at the front. I think that's like the nose cone of the airplane, and the front, the airplane's flying straight towards you. Again, this is 4-year-old quality. It's not exactly a blueprint. But yeah, that was
stickers one day as a present that on your laptop.
Sure. No, I'm not complaining about the artistic merit of it. But she sat down with me and she actually gave a much more complex interpretation of it. Did she ever talk to you about the picture?
I don't think so.
She gave me a really complex philosophical interpretation of the picture.
Oh,
which again, when we talk to her, sometimes when she's tired, like just now we were talking to her, she was pretty tired. But when she's sharp, she says some really complex stuff for a 4-year-old. It's really impressive. So she's not like that all the time.
That was a really good show. Like, it was fun. I mean, I think
How does the
it
story
was
end?
gonna be pretty
And then she comes back from her trip, or no?
Yes. No, but then she takes a try. It does bing, 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 bing.
But I said to her, I repeated the interpretation over to her. I said, "Oh, so this is showing the airplane," and she was like, "No, it's not showing the airplane. Like the point is," and she like laid out this artistic interpretation. Was like, "Whoa, okay, no." I mean, she had a much more sophisticated impression of that. But yeah, this one I was told was simply a broken heart. I don't know if that's a broken heart inside a house. That's what it looks like to me. Is there's a roof and form. Anyway, but yeah, so there was a lot of emotional content to that stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, what we're not saying here. I mean, 98% of the time was play, and she really enjoyed playing with us. And I already posted an image of the cakes. We baked 2 cakes with her. We went to the beach, went swimming in the ocean. We had all these different dimensions. Yeah. And day in, day out was a long sequence of her playing with new toys and playing with us and talking and sometimes watching TV together, watching Mr. Rogers, watching Peppa Pig and this kind of thing. But no, I just say I don't want to misrepresent it as if the whole thing was a set of profound reflections on her identity and separation anxiety or something. But yeah, that was part of the tragic comedy of the situation.